get to heaven, I'll tell you how. Keep your hand on that gospel plow. Keep your hand. And now, dun 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 dun! The whole purpose of all of that was to bring us to this point, to teach you one of my favorite breathing exercises. I still do this every day as part of my daily warm-up vocalization routine. It is awesome. Doing this every day will help to cement in your body's muscle memory a low breath. It will help to relax your throat. The better you get at it, it will just draw it open. Your throat will have no choice but to release. It'll add fullness to your tone and blah 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 blah. So we're gonna make our hands into little claw crabby things, just like little pinchers. We're gonna grab at the part of our body that we can squeeze. If you're too high up, it's bone, rib bone. If it's too low, it's pelvic bone. But we're gonna be where it's just flesh and muscle. That's what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna squeeze my body. And if this is air, that's the sound air makes. It's scientifically proven. Joke. I'm squeezing my body, and I'm gonna inhale my body open. So I'll show you here. I'm squeezing, and I'm gonna inhale. So I'm getting the stomach, back, and you're gonna find that as a result, the ribs will also open up at the same time. It's the 360-degree breath dealy. It's excellent. When you fully expand everywhere like this, over time, or maybe your first time if you're really good, you'll feel your throat gently release and gently relax open, which is freaking awesome. And it will help to permanently change the way you breathe. This is much healthier for you with stress and digestion and, of course, singing. So, we're going to do 10. Make sure you give you enough squeeze to where you can feel some pressure, but not so much to where you hurt your fingers. It's not necessary. Okay, so squeeze and inhale. That's 1. And inhale. That's 2. Inhale. That's 3. Inhale. That's 4. Keep the chest up. Inhale. That's 5. No hunching over with this one. Keep the chest up and inhale. That's 6. Inhale. That's 7. 8. 9. And last one. 10. Now what's typical of this one is that people always say, I feel like my stomach's moving a lot more than my back, so I can move my fingers, but my thumb's not really moving. That is normal. This is why we practice. It might take your body a little time. You might have to give it a little more squeeze, put a little more pressure with the thumbs to give yourself a focal point to really try to open up the back. The back will be tight for you, likely, unless you're in the habit of doing this. Those muscles are probably not used to being used in this way. And if they're not, just be patient with yourself. And if you did great, then great. So do this 10 times. That's 1 set. I suggest if you're really, really serious about growing your voice fast, I suggest doing 3 sets of 10 every day. So that means 10 like we just did of the squeezy thing. And then take a little quick breather, then do 10 more, take a little breather, then do 10 more. Or you can do 10 in the morning, 10 in the afternoon, 10 at night, whatever. But this will make a big difference in your voice, I promise you. You gotta keep doing it though. Once you feel like you've kind of mastered this, then you don't have to do so much the isolation parts, the stomach, back, and ribs separately. When you feel like you're getting a really good expansion, with this you can go right to the 360 breath, which is what we just did. And you can just do 30 of those. But if you were struggling with any part of this, then continue to isolate the muscle groups until you feel like you can do them all at will relatively effortlessly. Okay? It's so important that you don't just do this, but that you do it well with good form. You don't want to just rush through the exercise because that's not going to give you any benefit. You want to take your time. And I'm not talking about months and months. It shouldn't take that long. If you practice diligently every day and practice smartly, it might just take days or a couple weeks. So just be patient with yourself. In over months, you should notice even more and more growth and even more vocal growth. So don't let the simplicity fool you. This exercise really works, and it can transform your voice.